Hello friends, today's topic is dating advice part 1. Let's rant.
Dating a single mother is one of the worst decisions that you could possibly make as a single man looking to have a successful, long-lasting relationship. Especially if you are a single man in your prime years, which is, we'll say, 30 to about 45 years old. You're at the right position in your career, your income is increasing, you have a stable business, and you choose, your dumbass chooses to date a single mother, someone who has made the ultimate decision, deciding to have a child, and then failing abjectly in that endeavor and ending up with a broken household. So let's talk about that. If you're a man in his prime, investing your time, energy, and resources into dating a single mother bears almost zero ROI for you. In general, not in every single situation, but in general. The percentage chance odds are that dating a single mother is going to end with your demise and it's going to leave you at a deficit. So if you date a woman who has a child by a man she's no longer with, you're probably looking at a woman who is potentially divorced, obviously separated, has a lot of mental, emotional, and financial baggage and trauma. On a biological level, she's already been ran through by and impregnated by this man, so her internal biology inside of her womb is actually more prime and receptive to having continued offspring with the man who impregnated her, who she had children by. His semen literally is implanted in neurons or in certain areas within the brain and as well as along the nervous system. It's real deep. You should look into the research behind what happens when a woman gets pregnant, even the women who have abortions, by the way. Now, if the man, her baby daddy, is not dead or in jail, then she has a connection and relationship with that man pretty much for the rest of her life. Even after the kids are grown, there's still a certain level of need and opportunity that they're going to have ongoing communications, or events could come up that are going to force them to have to communicate. Why would you want to actively, intentionally, and willingly put yourself into a situation where you're basically sharing a woman with another man at some level? You see, when a man and woman come together, whether it's in marriage or not, okay, whether it literally was a fling or a long-term relationship that just didn't work out, when they have a child, they are a family. And I don't care what women say. A lot of women will say, oh, he wasn't ish, it didn't work out, he didn't want to be in the kid's life, blah, 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 blah. They can say whatever, they can demean the man however they want, they can label the man however they want, but at the end of the day, they're a family. At a biological level, it just is. There's no argument to be had. It really doesn't matter what the family court says. They're a family. So you are joining as the second male, or possibly third male if she got more than one baby daddy. You're joining a family that's already been established and adding yourself as an add-on to that. You have to have an incredibly low sense of self-esteem and self-worth to do that. Here's why I say that. I've been coaching for around 5+ years, okay? But I've been in the game and I've been around this industry of success in dating relationships for 10 years. Often we do journals. So like, for example, in my program, when I bring a new student in, I give them a journal, 3 journals. My ideal self and value as a man, my ideal woman, my ideal lifestyle in relation to your romantic life. I have never once seen a man write out the journal, my ideal woman, and have any description in that journal that, yeah, I'm looking for a woman who's already had children by another man. I've never seen it. So whenever I see a man who's choosing to date a single mother, I know for a fact he's making that decision out of a scarcity of options. And what they'll do is they'll always rationalize it and justify it and try to make it seem like they're doing something honorable, like they found a woman who really was a good woman, but she was with a bad guy and he didn't treat her right, or he left, and he's stepping in the equation with his cape flapping in the wind, and he's gonna save the day and be the man, the knight in shining armor, who she should have ended up with the first time. It sounds good. It makes you feel better about your decision, and it justifies and or frames her in a picture in which she seems more like a victim than the culprit of poor decision making. But make no mistake about it, both the man and the woman are to be blamed any time you have a broken household. It is very, very rare that one person is at fault for the failure of a relationship, especially when a child was involved. How could you be more motivated to stay in a situation with somebody and work through things when there's a child involved? Like, what greater motivation could there possibly be? Like, you would have to be to the point where you don't even care about the child's well-being if not being able to get along with this person was sincerely enough motivation for you to just ditch the family household and force the child to be bouncing back and forth between two households, and then having the fighting and the lack of cooperation that typically happens. I mean, you're really dealing with two dysfunctional people, more than likely, right? Anytime that you see a broken household. And you know, men are to blame too, but we're talking about single moms right now. What I would encourage men to do if you find yourself dating a single mother is you need to learn the game. A lot of men who end up dating single moms will often repeat this trope. Well, where are all the women who are over the age of 25 that don't have kids? Well, where are all the women that are single, that have their stuff together, that are still looking to date? You just don't get out and meet enough women. That's all that means. You don't go out and proactively take control of your dating, relationship, and romantic life, and you don't meet any women. You're going on the dating apps, you're going into places where it's easy. And let me explain what I mean by easy. A lot of men, if you're ending up with a dating pool of options that are like single moms and just women who don't have their stuff together, what that means is that you're not taking enough action to get the result that you want in your dating life. So you're ending up with women who are in desperate situations. And make no mistake about it, a single mother is in a desperate situation. She already knows that by being a single mother, her value is lower in the majority, like damn near all men's eyes. She's already been knocked up by another man. She already has the baggage from the relationship, like I already said. She's already been, you know, that body count's already probably high if she's a single mom. Now, a woman in that position, what she's gonna be willing to do, that other women are not gonna be willing to do, is actually go out of her way to get with a man who can provide solutions to the problems that she's facing as a single mom. So when a woman becomes a single mom, she goes through the relationship with the one man that knocked her up. Doesn't work, she can't get over her anger towards him. Then what she does is she goes back out into the dating place, normally, and she's gonna look for a good simp or a trick to flip the bill and take care of the responsibilities that the other man is not contributing to, or that the other man wants to contribute to, but she's too unwilling to cooperate with him to make that happen. So she's looking for a new, fresh situation to put her best foot forward, to find a man who can look past her poor decisions from the past and treat her like she's a prize in the present. So she's probably gonna be a little bit more submissive. She's gonna be a little bit more deceitful, meaning she's just gonna try and give off the best impression possible. She's gonna frame the past and create a narrative around the past to try and control how you look at what happened so that you don't judge her or look down on her for being a single mother. A lot of men who don't take action to meet women, and a lot of men who lack confidence in their ability to get women, a single mother can be enticing to them because the woman will display a lot of interest. She'll put some effort towards it. She'll be communicative. She'll be responsive. She'll show up for dates on time. She'll make things easy for you. Whenever you get into a relationship, she'll have sex with you. And she won't play some of the games that a woman who's single, that doesn't have that baggage and doesn't have that perception of lowered value, you know, due to being a single mother, you know, working against her. So a lot of single women who aren't in that desperate position may be a little bit harder to get. So the single mother puts in a little bit of effort because she knows she has to overcompensate for the baggage that she inherently brings to a man that doesn't have children of his own. What you need to do as a man is raise your standards and learn the game so that you can go meet a quality woman, ideally who does not have children, that you can get into a relationship with and start something anew, build your own family, and really achieve your ideal romantic and relationship life. I want you to join my online course and community, Jaguar's Den, exclusive content, weekly live coaching calls with me and all the members, and a network of like-minded men who have similar goals as yourself. Click the link in my bio and join Jaguar's Den now.
Some good advice, right? What do you think about this topic? Comment down below and thank you for watching.